coming through the body and experiencing the body and through the senses, we then can reach those places, those higher experiences, those experiences of bliss. Hello beloveds, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Sensual Saturdays. So every Saturday now I'm making a video on sacred sensuality, sacred sexuality, and Tantra. And I always like to mention that Tantra, contrary to popular belief, is much more than sexual acts. Traditional Tantra is truly a philosophy and a way of life. So today I'm going to share with you what exactly is sacred sensuality, and then I'm going to do a guided meditation with you, a journey through the senses, and also a good meditation for really embracing life and giving gratitude for this life. Sacred sensuality has a lot of confusion around it, similar to the confusion around Tantra. And I find it really funny because whenever I post a video that has Tantra or sensuality in the title, it always gets flagged and it gets demonetized right away, and I have to go through a process usually. And this actually makes me a little bit sad because I've studied traditional Tantra in India, and it had absolutely nothing to do with anything sexual. Of course, this is a part of it because Tantra is a way of life. It embraces all parts of life and of this human experience. And of course, sex is a big part of life. It's how life is created. So it's one of the only paths that embraces sexuality rather than shaming or pushing it away. So that's why people get very excited, and like in the West especially, we are celebrating the sexuality part of it, and then it gets confused for only being that. And then when I post a video, even on sensuality and sacred sensuality, the same thing, it goes synonymous with Tantra or sex. And it is much more than that. The way that I see sacred sensuality is really embracing this human experience, embracing the senses. And of course, in today's society, and society for many years now, hundreds of years, especially run, and I don't want to push away any religions, but run by the church, if you want to say, pushing away sexuality, shaming sexuality, and making us have this. In my last video on authenticity, I was just talking about how we all carry this toxic shame with us as a society. And this is where our belief that we're not enough, there's something wrong with us, and everyone is holding this within their core, unless they were raised away from society around a very aware family, aware of these issues. So we have this toxic shame, especially towards our sexuality, especially towards our bodies. So there's so much disconnection with our bodies. When I was a young girl, I was mortified about becoming a woman because I was getting all this really sexual attention as soon as I started becoming developed. And then when I first got my period, it was something I was so shameful for. I was embarrassed, and I had it in class, so of course everyone made fun of me, and I didn't go to school the rest of that week, and it was actually pretty traumatizing. And the whole experience is something to be ashamed of, and of course we have to cover our bodies. There's all these ideas about our completely natural bodies. It's really sad when you actually take a look at it, sit back and look at it. Even now, with how evolved we have come as a species, I can still post a picture on Instagram of me 20 feet away walking down the sand, and because I'm in a bathing suit, I get a lot of sexual messages and DMs, and I get messages like, oh, you're only posting pictures like this for likes or attention. And actually I'm just posting the picture because it's natural to me. It was a beautiful moment. It's beautiful scenery. It has nothing to do, I didn't think it had anything to do with sexuality, but then I have to remember that somehow we are so repressed with our sexuality that showing your body in any way is going to get this attention. How we celebrate our bodies, of course, is through the senses. And I think a really big part of sacred sensuality is releasing all of the shame we have towards our own bodies and really embracing all of its gifts. Each of the senses is an incredible, miraculous gift that we don't even truly understand. We can spend hundreds of years studying the science behind the biology behind our bodies, and we still probably only know a little small amount. So that is something to definitely celebrate. It is absolutely incredible what our bodies can do, and they can do a lot more than just sex. So there is nothing imperfect about us. There's nothing wrong about our bodies. But of course, this is celebrating it to an extent. So it doesn't mean go have a ton of sex and enjoy tons of chocolate every day. This is a pleasure that I like to enjoy, so I have one piece of chocolate or two every day. But it doesn't mean, you know, drinking a ton of alcohol, and a lot of people see Tantra as all these crazy rituals and, you know, people getting drunk and having sex and all these things. So it has nothing to do about doing these things in excess, but really appreciating them. So instead of having just mindless sex, say unconscious sex, it's actually about fully embracing the moment with someone that you can have a very deep connection with, two souls connecting on a very deep level, and then using that and using the experience through the body to reach higher states of consciousness. In a lot of paths, like the paths that I used to follow when I first began my spiritual journey and began traveling and exploring different paths in different ashrams and churches and monasteries and all kinds of places. And I went full into meditation, where I was meditating 4 hours a day, and I was really just seeking an experience, a higher experience. And I had some after a long practice, but I resonate more with Tantra, where the meditation comes in your daily practices. So instead of sitting in a spot, closing your eyes and trying to reach somewhere, this is really actually coming through the body and experiencing the body, and through the senses, we then can reach those places, those higher experiences, those experiences of bliss. And when you are releasing all the shame and not holding back and really appreciating life through the senses, then everything you do becomes a form of meditation. Even doing your laundry or walking down the street is so pleasurable because you are fully open to receive all of the gifts of the senses of this human experience. How can you bring more sensory pleasures into your life? And this can be done with all the little simple pleasures of life. So for example, in my home, it always smells nice. And if I'm traveling, I always have natural incense with me in every hotel room or every room I stay in. I always do a little ritual in the room, and I make it smell beautiful. I sage it, and the energy just shifts so quickly. And I have smelly candles, natural candles, and I have tapestries. I have colorful tapestries everywhere, and I have soothing music playing all the time, or if I'm in an upbeat mood, I have faster music playing. I have music for every mood, because that's how I most enjoy my life. And every morning, I wake up in the morning, I light incense, and I blast my favorite music, whatever I'm in the mood for that day, and I just move. And I enjoy all of the senses at once. It's really just little things like that that can change your whole mood and really make you want to scream, yes, I love life, I enjoy life. And of course, these are the moments of bliss that make life exciting, that make life worth living and make you passionate about your life. And talking about my home reminds me of my last partner. When I first moved in with him and stayed with him, he was living a minimalist life, and this was basically an apartment with a desk, a bed, and a toilet, and that's apparently minimalism. And I just stayed there for a week, and I said, I feel like I'm in a prison cell, so we're just going to get a few tapestries, I'm going to get some incense, we're going to put up a few pictures, and just a few small little changes. I mean, you don't have to go spend a bunch of money. All this is like under $50. And once I put everything up, all I heard from him was, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I can't believe how I was living for so long. Just these small little things have shifted the energy. And he had this horrible blanket that didn't even cover his feet because he didn't want to buy anything new. But then I got nice blankets for us, nice pillows, and little things like this that just, you know, enjoy some of the pleasures of life. It's not a bad thing to enjoy small things. Another example is when I used to go to, of course, vegan cafes, I never let myself have whipped cream because it's a few extra calories. And now when they ask me, do you want whipped cream on top? I say, hell yes. Like, why not? Life's too short not to have Cocoa Whip on your drinks. But really, I just mean it's the small things. Now I let myself have chocolate every day. And this is the whole pleasure around cacao ceremonies, which are coming up a lot more. It's really appreciating the taste and remembering where it's from and remembering the connection to Gaia, to Earth, experiencing it fully. You're not just tasting food. You're in some ceremonies, they've asked us to hear the food, to feel the food, to smell the food. You know, you're fully embracing it through all the senses. At times on psychedelics, I've been able to see the music. I can actually see it. And I've heard other people who've had experiences like this. So I think, and you don't have to do psychedelics, obviously. That's just an experience of mine. But there are ways to, of course, open yourself to all of the senses. That includes sexual acts as well. It's really experiencing it fully. And these natural bodies have infinite ways of experiencing this life. So why would we not want to explore those? Okay, so I hope that answers what sacred sensuality is. As you can see, this topic excites me because it has personally brought me so much joy in my life. And this meditation I'm about to share with you is one that I actually do every day, and it comes naturally to me. It came to me one day when I was lying under a tree, and I was actually thinking about death, and this meditation of really fully appreciating life came to me. So I'm really excited to share it with you, and it's also just a way of expressing your gratitude. And you can really just do it anywhere. Again, when I walk through the park, through nature, I just do it in my mind. So if you like this meditation, after the video, write in the comments, thank you for all of my gifts, and that will make sense in a moment. And for more Sensual Saturday videos, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, also hit the like button. I appreciate you guys joining me along this journey so much. And of course, if you have any questions, just comment below and I'll answer them the best I can. Sitting up tall in your seat, close the eyes. Tuck the chin slightly in and become aware of the breath, moving in, through, and out of the body. Letting go of all outside distractions and fully coming into the body. Become aware of the pause between breaths. That pause between creation and destruction. With every inhale, we're creating, we're welcoming in new life. And with every exhale, destruction, letting go, releasing. With your next inhale, breathe deep into the belly through the nose. And with the exhale, breathe out the mouth and sigh. Let any noise come out that naturally comes. And again. One more time. Really tuning into the body from head to toe, becoming aware how it feels, any sensations. Become aware of how good it feels to be alive in this moment, in this body. You will not be in this body forever. How does it feel right now? Watch the breath as it moves through the body. This is your home. Doesn't it feel good to be in it? To become aware of all the senses. As you breathe in, send that breath through the body and send with it gratitude for the body, for this life. Your existence is not a mistake. You are meant to be here and fully embracing and celebrating this existence. Repeat after me. Thank you for all my gifts. Send this gratitude out to the universe, to Source, to Earth, to creation. Thank you for all of my gifts. Thank you for all of my gifts. Become aware of your hearing, of the sounds around you, near and far. To the sound of your breath. Think of your favorite music. Does it carry a certain vibration with it? How does it make you feel? Next, bring your awareness to your mouth and think of the taste of all the different tastes, the infinite flavors of the world that you are able to experience. How blessed are we to have all these endless amounts of sensory pleasures available readily to us. Think of your favorite food, your absolute favorite food, and witness how your mouth waters just at the thought of that food. Next, bring your attention to your nose, to the sense of smell. The sense of smell has the strongest memories with it. Maybe an old lover's perfume that quickly brings back so many different memories, or your mom's cooking on Thanksgiving Day or Christmas morning. What kind of smells are around you now? Are you near earth? Are you cooking? Is there any smells in the distance? Think of your favorite scent, your favorite flower, your favorite smell. Next, bring your fingertips along your body, as though you're touching yourself and feeling yourself for the first time. Like you've never felt yourself before. You're feeling yourself being touched, and you are feeling yourself touching. This miraculous body that does so much for us. We often look past it. How often do we really take a few moments out of our day to appreciate this body? And slowly opening the eyes to look at the fingertips and looking at your body as though it's the first time. Really appreciating it. Noticing your touch, noticing how you feel, how you look on your fingers, along your hair. Breathing in and again, breathe out the mouth. Truly appreciating all of the senses at once. Truly appreciating this human experience for what it is. The bliss that comes from such simple appreciation is totally free. And with practice, you can reach higher states of consciousness, of gratitude, of love, of joy, simply by fully being. Now hug yourself. Wrap your arms around yourself and hug yourself tight. I love you. Say it to yourself. I love you. Thank you for all of my gifts. Your hands to the heart. Thank you for all of my gifts. And stay in this moment as long as you would like. Just giving appreciation for everything in this life, for everything in this existence. Sat Nam.